Today, I'm back with another mega physical media unboxing and review for you all. Today, I'm going to be showing off the brand new 4K release of Poltergeist for spooky season. So, I'm going to go over what's on the inside of this one in terms of what the discs look like, plus give you my assessment of the quality of 4K audio and visual presentation on the disc, plus give a quick little review of my thoughts on the movie, and then ultimately my recommendation on if 4K Poltergeist is worth your money. So let's get right into it. First, starting with the front cover. Now, just right away, I'm not a big fan of the front cover. You got that big flashing light there that's taking up a lot of the front cover, and then you just have the dad looking up at it, and you got the TV there in the background. I wish they could have done something different with this one. Maybe use a iconic scene from the movie, like with the little kid turning around and saying, "They're here," right? We all know that scene from the movie, so why not go with something more memorable like that? This is kind of lackluster to me. Plus, I was not expecting this, but you get a warning sticker at the bottom, basically warning those who may be sensitive to flashing lights. Now, let's take a look at the inside of this one, just to see what the discs look like. Also, if there's anything special on the inside. Alright, taking a look on the inside here. Wow, we got another warning sign. Oh my goodness, they really want to make sure you're warned in case you're sensitive to flashing lights. So let's take out that warning sign. Besides that, you do get the digital code, which is nice, so you can back up your digital library if you care about that. But then we got the disc on the inside. Now, wow, very disappointed with these discs. The 4K and the Blu-ray look exactly the same, and they're very plain and boring. Just got the title on black disc right there. I mean, come on, that is, ugh. That's like one of the worst I've ever seen in quite some time. We could have done better. At least give me a different color between the Blu-ray and 4K discs. Like, make the Blu-ray disc blue at the very least. Yeah, that's not so good. Then just taking a look at the rest of the slipcover here. We got the spine. I like Poltergeist nice and big in that cool looking font. Can find it easy on the shelf. That is cool. And then of course on the back you got, you know, just a little quote right there, and it lists the special features. Now, you actually don't get too many special features with this one. There is a documentary that's in 2 parts on the Blu-ray, which is basically talking about what Poltergeist is, you know, all these spirits and ghosts and spookiness. So that's a little 2-parter documentary there, but it looks quite old, so I'm guessing it's ported over from the DVD. Also, you have the making of Poltergeist, which is actually really quick. I was looking forward to that one. I thought it was going to be more substantial, like getting a lot of Steven Spielberg perspective, maybe from the director and just other people involved, like the acting talent, but it's just really quick, very bare bones, and so very disappointed in the special features overall. Just really nothing here and nothing new. It looked all ported over from the DVD. Now that's a shame. I wish they would have got something new with this one. Very disappointed on the special features. Now, in terms of the 4K presentation, this was my first time watching the movie, so I can't compare it to like a Blu-ray or a DVD before it. But in terms of the 4K sharpness, just in my eyes, it looked really good, especially with all the HDR, the coloring. I mean, wow, this movie looks a lot younger than it actually is. So I thought the 4K was actually quite good, especially with all like the flashing lights and just different kind of scenery they have in the movie. Everything really popped, which is really, really cool. So I thought the 4K was quite well done, which was excellent. Now, the sound, you're not getting Dolby Atmos, unfortunately. You're only getting the DTS 5.1 master audio soundtrack, but I didn't think the soundtrack sounded bad in any way. It still sounded quite good to me. I did like the overall score and music they chose for the movie. Just, it wasn't at that Dolby Atmos level, but it was still pretty solid. So I did enjoy the way this movie looked and also the sound overall. Now, in terms of just talking about the movie itself, because this is my first time watching the movie all the way through. Actually, I had a fun time with this movie. Once it starts to get going, it does start a little slow, but once it picks up in the second half, it is a really fun time. They have some really cool special effects in here. So yeah, this is a good solid family spooky movie, because it's not like rated R, bloody gore everywhere. No, this is a family movie for spooky season that most of the kids are probably probably going to be able to watch with the family, be okay with it, and just have a fun time, but still be kind of spooked out by it, and maybe scared a little bit in some scenes just because how they present the movie. It's just kind of like a fun ghost tale. Basically, they got a house that's built on a burial ground from before, and so all these spirits, right, the poltergeist starts happening. So that's kind of fun to see. So this is definitely a good movie for October spooky season. It works really well, and I was delighted on my first time watch with this one. Now, there was this one issue I had, and I didn't know if anybody else noticed it, but there's a scene where it cuts really quick and jumps to a completely different scene environment, and to me it did not flow at all. And I thought, oh my goodness, did something just skip on my 4K disc? It's okay, they're in the kitchen, and then right away it cuts, and then they're at a neighbor's house, and I'm like, oh my goodness, something must have skipped. My 4K disc must be messed up. Let me check the Blu-ray. And then no, it was the same on the Blu-ray. So it was just a really weird cut to me. It didn't flow very well. But other than that, the rest of the movie was great. I really enjoyed it. It's just kind of a fun family tale to see, kind of this family get spooked out and how they got out of it. So I had a good time with this one. I definitely would check it out if you're a fan of the ghost haunting kind of movies. Just know this one is more family-like. It's not really into that very gory rated R, very horrific kind of horror movie. No, I would call this gateway horror. But yeah, I was delighted by it, so I can definitely recommend it for that. So in terms of if you want to get this one on 4K, can I strongly recommend it? Well, at the price it is now, which is 20 something bucks, a little bit higher, mid 20 ranges, I would probably say maybe you can wait until this one drops to 20 bucks or below 20 bucks. I could see this one going 18 bucks, 17 bucks one of these days. I would get it at that price because I do like the overall 4K quality, even though it's not the best I've ever seen, right? Because you don't got the Dolby Atmos track with it. It's lacking that. It's lacking any new special features. The artwork isn't good at all, in my opinion. Some people may love it. I just wasn't a massive fan of it. So just overall, it doesn't check all the great categories of what physical media should be. So it's not terrible. It's just nothing outstanding. And at the price it is now, over 20 bucks, I probably wouldn't go for it unless you're a massive Poltergeist fan. If you're not a massive fan, maybe you can wait on it just a little bit for it to drop in price. But once it gets below that 20 bucks, at that point, I can recommend it because it is a good, solid movie. I mean, you got Spielberg heavily involved with this one, so you know it's going to be a quality film overall. So yeah, definitely check out Poltergeist if you're into it, but on the 4K, I would wait for the price drop. But let me know in the comments below, have you ever seen the movie Poltergeist? What did you think of it? Would you recommend it to others? And are you planning on picking up the 4K quality of this movie? Or are you okay with a Blu-ray or DVD out there? Let's have those fun movie discussions down below. And if you're visiting the channel for the very first time and you love collecting physical media and being part of this awesome league of mega film fans, make sure you subscribe right now. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. And if you enjoyed this physical media topic video, click another video to see more. Also like the video, and this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.